Ayun, hi everyone, Phil here. And for this video, ang gagawin lang natin is matuto, magbasa at matuto. Naging trending kasi, hmm, naging trending kasi to ngayong araw. So I'm also curious na basahin. So let's go. May correction dito, 18, February 18 to sperma. GR number 278353. Sara Duterte, in her capacity as a Vice President of the Philippines, petitioner. Ba't dito to? Dahil siguro sa justify, no? Dapat dito to siya. Versus House of Representatives, or siguro nakakulong to. House of Representatives of the Philippines. Grabe, one versus representative represented by Ferdinand Martin G. Romualdez in his capacity as the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Reginald S. Velasco in his capacity as the Secretary General in the Senate of the Philippines, represented by Frances G. Buti hindi Castro Escudero in his capacity as the President of the Senate. Respondents: petition for certiorari and prohibition with urgent application for temporary restraining orders and or writ of preliminary injunction. With urgent with urgent application for temporary restraining order and writ of preliminary injunction. Maganda sana kung meron dito yung co-pilot. Feeling ko kasi itong si Gemini ayaw to mag-participate sa mga tanong ko. Try nga natin. This topic must be related to Philippines. Okay. Now, tell me what is ano ba yun? Certiorari. In the Philippines, ayun. In the Philippines, certiorari is a legal term that refers to a special civil action filed with higher court. Most commonly the Supreme Court, to review a decision or order filed with a lower court in a quasi-judicial body. Ano naman tong quasi-judicial body? It's a way to question whether the lower court or body acted without or in excess of its jurisdiction or with grave abuse of discretion. A way to question. So pag sinabing certiorari, legal term na special civil action, most commonly, Supreme Court. Most commonly, so mayroon pa bang iba? You mention most commonly. The Supreme Court. Is there other? Baka magagamit din sa mga lower court. It's the legal term that refers to a special action filed with a higher court. With a higher court. This is not. Oops. In lower court. So that's the question 1. Lower court or quasi-judicial body. Ang tawag sa mga lower court is quasi-judicial body. It's a way to question whether lower court or body acted without in excess of its jurisdiction or grave abuse of discretion. Grave abuse of discretion. Discretion. So, number 2 na katanungan. Explain the grave talaga abuse of discretion. Discretion is yung related sa pagdedesisyon. Abuse sa pagdedesisyon. Oops, kailangan. Alright. Here's the breakdown what it means. Special action. Yan nga, special action. This means a specific type of legal proceeding with its own rules and procedures, separate from ordinary civil cases. Higher court. The purpose of certiorari is to have a higher court. So ito yung parang nasagot na yata yung number 1. Like Supreme Court examine the decision of lower court or quasi-judicial body. Grounds. The petition for certiorari only be filed if lower court or body may court but certiorari may na-file ba ito sa lower court? Acted without or in excess of its jurisdiction. This means they made the decision. Baka siguro yung Senate is considered kasi impeachment court is Senate. Baka dito is tinitreatin threaten. Ano ba sa Tagalog yung threaten? Basta na parang lower court yung Senate sa situation ngayon. Sometimes they don't have authority to decide. Acted with grave abuse of discretion. This means they acted in a way that was so clearly wrong or unreasonable that it amounts to a lack of proper judgment. In simpler terms, imagine a lower court making a decision that seems completely unfair or outside of their authority. Certiorari is a way to ask Supreme Court to step in and say, hold on, that's not right, and potentially correct the decision. I am an AI chatbot. Galing. And cannot provide legal advice. Okay. Yun nga, tanong. Ito, may tanong pa ako dito. The right to question those points would have been clearer. Let me discuss them. Certiorari, nasagot na yata ito. While most associated with Supreme Court, reviewing decision of lower courts, certiorari can also be filed in lower courts. So mali yung iniisip ko. To review actions of other lower entities. By hierarchy siya. So kung yung action ng mas mababa sa kanya, doon ka mag-file ng certiorari sa mas mataas sa kanya. So dito sa impeachment, doon sa Supreme Court kasi yun yata yung pinakamataas. Grave abuse of discretion, the crucial concept. This is the crucial concept of certiorari. Magagamit lang ba yung certiorari pag or it doesn't just means the court made a mistake. It's much more it's much stronger than that. Grave abuse of discretion implies that the court or quasi-judicial body acted in a way that is so capricious, whimsical, arbitrary, or patently erroneous as to amount to clear and deliberate disregard of the law. Or establish jurisprudence. Acted in a way that is so capricious, mali yung pagkabasa ko kanina, capricious, whimsical, arbitrary. Ano ba itong mga to? Ano ba itong mga to? As to amount to clear and deliberate disregard of the law. Think of like this, ordinary error. A judge might make a simple mistake in applying the law. This is something that can usually be corrected through regular appeal. Grave abuse of discretion. This is far beyond simple mistake. It's when the judge's action are so unreasonable and outrageous that it's clear they completely disregarded the law or acted with improper motives. It suggests a decision that was not just wrong but fundamentally flawed and unjust. Ignoring clear evidence, bias, acting outside jurisdiction, applying the wrong law, applying the wrong law. Pero this is most likely court, but ginamit dito. Mostly. And prohibition with urgent temporary restraining order, writ of preliminary injunction. Sagutin mo nga yan. Different facets of the decision that fundamentally unreasonable and unjustified. Impulsive, unpredictable. Similar to capricious, whimsical implies the decision is based on fancy or a mere idea. Arbitrary means unreasonable and unsupported by facts. This means obviously and clearly wrong. So dapat magkasabay silang lahat. When used together, these terms emphasize the extreme nature of grave abuse of discretion. Issue a writ of certiorari. Ano yung writ? What is writ? In the context of legal proceedings, a writ is a formal written order issued by a court or other legal authority, commanding a person or entity to do or refrain from doing a specific act. Formal written order. Ba't hindi written gamit? Writ of certiorari to nullify the fourth impeachment complaint filed by 250 members of House of Representatives on February 5, 2025. Fourth impeachment complaint for violating Section 3, 5. Ba't may 5 dyan? Ano bang tama dyan? Article 11 of the Constitution, which says that no impeachment proceedings shall be initiated against the same official more than once within a period of 1 year. 1 year bar. Semicolon. Mahabang statement pala to, sentence, semicolon, and as a consequence, issue a writ of prohibition to enjoin the Senate hindi isama yung Senate, parang sitahin yung House of Representatives to nullify. So dalawang issue of writ to nullify sa House of Representatives and to prohibit the Senate of the Philippines from acting on the fourth impeachment complaint due to anong mangyari kung, for example, hindi nila dilagay as and or manalify pero pwedeng mag-proceed yung Senate? Ganun ba ang mangyari niya pag hindi naka-and? Due to the violation of 1 year bar under aforesaid constitutional provision. Aforesaid. Ito. 1 year bar. No impeachment proceedings. Pag sinabing 1 year bar, no impeachment proceedings shall be initiated against the same official more than once for the period of 1 year. Ay, ba't ganyan? Explain this. This is the core of the legal challenge. The Constitution set a limit on how often an official can be faced impeachment proceedings. This one-year bar is designed to prevent repetitive and potentially politically motivated attempts to remove an official within the short time frame. The argument is this: because of the fourth impeachment complaint within a year, it automatically violates the Constitution's one-year bar rule. The person filing the complaint is arguing that the court should reject the fourth complaint simply because it's the fourth one within a year. Galing nga, nag-base lang siya sa screenshot. Regardless of the merits of the allegation within the complaint. Tama no, kung apat na impeachment, sakit sa mata yung dark, light. Kung apat na, tapos within the period of the year, dapat ano na siya, constitutional violation. The text doesn't name the official facing impeachment. This information would be crucial to understand the context of legal challenge. Example of the use of 1 year, compound word ba to? Year bar. Let's create a hypothetical scenario to illustrate the 1 year bar in Philippines impeachment proceeding scenario. Congressman Ricardo Carding Reyes. Hoy, baka maano na. Is a controversial figure. Sabagay, hypothetical. A political rival files an impeachment complaint against him on January 15, 2023. January 15, alleging corruption. This is a complaint. The Senate acting as an impeachment court hears the case but ultimately acquits Carding on March 1, 2000. March 1, the same year. Undeterred, the same rival, or perhaps a different groups, file another impeachment complaint against Carding on June 1, alleging different acts of corruption. This is complaint 2. This complaint is also dismissed, perhaps due to lack of evidence on August 1. Then October 1, 2023, yet another impeachment complaint number 3, is filed against Carding. Again, based on different accusations, this complaint is also dismissed on November 15. Finally, January 10, 2024. 2023, 2024. Just a few days before 1 year anniversary of the first complaint, 5 days before mag-anniversary, a fourth impeachment complaint is filed against Carding. Applying 1 bar. In this scenario, complaint number 4 could be challenged based on 1 year bar rule. Even though the grounds of complaint number 4 might be different, the fact is that it's the fourth impeachment proceeding initiated against Carding within 1 year. So yung 1 year is the interval, hindi siya ibig sabihin na within 2023 or 2024. Doesn't necessarily prevent all impeachment complaints against an official forever. It simply prevents multiple attempts within short time frame after 1 year period from the first complaint has passed. So it's not within like 2023 or 2024. Hindi ko alam kung tamang tanong yan. You're absolutely right to question that. My previous explanation was a bit misleading and I apologize. Hindi naman ako na-confuse. 1 year refers to 1 year from the filing of the first impeachment complaint. It's not about the calendar year 2023 or 2024. Okay. So when to start counting? If there is impeachment the time it's filed or the time that it is being heard. Hindi ko alam kung tamang tanong ko dito. The 1 year bar for impeachment in the Philippines as described in the text provided starts counting from the time the first impeachment complaint filed. Okay. So pag mag-file the time that filed, wait, tanong ulit. So if a qualified person files an impeachment, then begin counting right away. Open natin tong pupunta yan doon. Yes, precisely. Are you sure with that? If a qualified person, as defined by the Constitution, files an impeachment complaint, the act of filing is what starts the clock. What if hindi tinanggap? What if the file complaint was not accepted? Makes sense. Walang ikaw. Pero still, I want to question. That's very good question. That gets the nuances of legal procedure. If an impeachment was not accepted, it generally means it's considered not filed or not properly filed. Therefore, it's likely would not trigger the 1 year bar. So you can file again. Ay sa bagay, walang action, so you can file. Initiated means a valid attempt. The Constitution refers to impeachment proceedings being initiated. If a complaint is so defective that it's rejected by the receiving body and not formally docketed or recognized as a valid complaint, it arguably hasn't truly initiated proceedings. It's as if the attempt was never officially made. No official record, purpose of the role, okay. So yung First impeachment na na-file, December, anong date yun? December 2. Since valid siya at saka, pero what if initiated? Not formally docketed. What do you mean not docketed or recognized as a valid? So once recognized, do you mean once recognized as valid impeachment complaint, then counting began? As long as it was identified as a valid impeachment complaint in the counting, the counting should be done. Tama ba yan? Yes. Okay. That's a good way to summarize that. Once the impeachment complaint is formally recognized as a valid impeachment complaint, meaning it's accepted for filing and docketed by the receiving body, then the 1-year period begins. It's a point of which the complaint officially enters the impeachment part. Drafting, think of like this, drafting the complaint. This is just someone writing up an impeachment complaint. It has no legal effect until it's filed. Filing, this is the crucial step. Once the complaint is filed with an appropriate body, it becomes an official part of the Once the complaint is filed na siya with an appropriate body, it becomes an official part of the impeachment process. Okay. This is when the 1-year clock starts ticking. What if ni-file siya nung let's say, ni-file siya, hearing trial, what if it was, is the R and minutes also being counted? Lagay na search. That's very sad question. While the 1-year bar expressed terms of years in legal interpretation within a 1-year period could potentially involve considering exact date and time of filing, especially in the situation where the timing is very close to 1-year mark. Laws often require precise calculation of time limits, depending if the Constitution or relates rules specify 1 year could be interpreted as full 365 days. Tama. What if may leap year? Leap year. What if, tama, what if the situation, what if the situation, or what if the next year is the leap year? Open na naman to, ng pupunta naman yun doon. Medyo mahaba-haba to. Avoiding loopholes. If only date were considered, it could create potential loopholes. For example, if the first complaint was filed at 11 July 15, someone could file another complaint at 12:01. Arguing that the full year has passed. Even if a few minutes later, there might be legal precedents and there might hindi niya alam. Where courts have considered exact time of the day when calculating deadlines or time limits. In most cases, the exact hour and minute of filing won't be an issue. No specific rules. While it's possible that a court could consider an hour and minute of filing in a very close case, it's more likely that the date of filing would be the primary factor. Leap year, pero parang you're thinking about the specifics. If 1 year period following the filing of the first impeachment complaint includes leap year, the 1 year bar pero I think it doesn't make sense. 365. The general rule calculating period of time expressed in years is to count the exact number of days, taking account leap years. So, if the initial complaint was filed on March, but the problem is when you can use leap year when prohibiting. But I think leap year, we're talking about calendar days. Ang pinag-usapan dito is the year. The year na allowed, the year interval. The next filing. Of the complaint. I think that's irrelevant. Let's move to start. As a consequence, issue retribution. Nabasa na natin yan. This petition will show that the House of Representatives and its members deliberately circumvented the 1 year bar. Will show sa baba show siguro 1 year bar by directing its secretary circumvented the 1 year bar by directing its Secretary General to allegedly give them more time to allegation at give them more time to file. What happened kung tatanggalin yung allegedly? So you are sure for the impeachment complaint, despite the fact that 3 prior separate impeachment complaints has been filed on December 2, 4, and bakit hindi kama lang like December 2, 4, 19? Anyway, baka yan yung kailangan talaga. Respectively. Circumvented, deliberately circumvented. Mga terms dito, mga malalalim. Explain deliberately. Mas feeling na. Deliberately. circumvented explain ni means that someone has intentionally and knowingly found a way to bypass or avoid the rule, law, or restriction. Kaya pala sinabi nila ditong grave abuse of discretion. Iwan, layo na. Kasi, allegedly, meron ditong allegedly means someone has intentionally, someone found a way to bypass or avoid the rule, law, or restriction. It implies a conscious effort to evade something rather than accidental or unintentional oversight. Dapat pala maingat sa pag-ano dito na. Deliberately circumvented the 1-year bar, allegedly. Rather than accidental. So if it's an accidental or unintentional oversight, what is the right? So if circumvented is not applicable to, then what is? The replacement. Deliberately emphasize the action was not accident. Kung tatanggalin yung deliberately, meaning accidental na siya. It was a conscious and planned decision. Galing What if circumvented lang yung nilagay? Hindi siya magiging solid argument. It was a conscious and planned decision that was intent and purpose behind the action. It suggests forethought and planning. So, pwede ka rin gumamit siguro ng purposely. Hindi pala. Circumvented, this means to go around or bypass something. Often a clever or underhanded way. It suggests that there was an obstacle or restriction in place and the person found a way to avoid it rather than confronting it directly. Put together, calculated effort to evade the rule or law, implying a degree of dishonesty, bad faith. Galing, no? Kasi ang ano nila is grave I forgot. Grave abuse of discretion. So para mag-fit siya sa grave abuse of discretion, magiging solid siya pag ganyan yung statement. And its members deliberately circumvented the 1-year bar. Para maging ano talaga siya, grave. Galit. Galit. It's not just about avoiding something, it's about doing so in a way that suggests an intent to undermine or ignore the rule. So talagang sinadya. Okay. In the context of impeachment discussion, if someone is accused of deliberately circumventing the 1-year bar, it means that they are accused of intentionally trying to file an impeachment complaint. before 1 year period is over, perhaps using legal loopholes or technicalities with the goal of evading the restriction. Okay. Implies deliberate act, and you're looking for a word to describe accidental, unintentional oversight of rule and overlook, miss, failed to comply. Okay. Walang single word ito. Inadvertently violated, unintentionally discredited, neglected, lack of attention or care, neutrals, clearly unintentional. Okay. The reason for awaiting the fourth impeachment complaint is not a secret. It's not a secret, then meron siya ditong M dash. Ano bang purpose nito? Purpose of M dash ata yan kung hindi ko naka sentence. Basta titigil ka. Ano ba tawag dyan? Ano ba tawag? Dyan. Parang start ng M. Iwan? M dash nga. M dash. Ito ay tinatawag na N. Mas maikli ka sa M dash, N dash. Serve as to create a stronger break. So mas stronger pa siya sa period or interruption than a comma or a parenthesis. It can be used to set off an explanatory or parenthetical phrase. The politician, a controversial, parang in-emphasize niya yung the politician. Controversial figure known for his fiery speeches faced impeachment. I was about to say something course break, but I thought better. Okay. So, the reason for awaiting the fourth impeachment complaint is not a secret. So in-emphasize na yan, to allow the House of Representatives and its members, including si lahat, pag sinabi bang its member, lahat ng members or the majority lang, to gather the required number of signatures to railroad the impeachment process. To railroad, when you say railroad, meaning ito yata yung ipilit, railroad, ipilit, to force or coerce someone. This is a more figurative meaning. To railroad someone means to pressure them into doing something they don't want to do, often quickly and unfairly. to push something through quickly. Okay. The impeachment process in order to beat the May 12 in order to beat the May 12, 2025 elections, marami bang elections? Which they know result in a change in the composition of Congress, thus making it more difficult to get support for the petitioner's impeachment. Unfortunately, this political stratagem tactics was done at the expense of constitutional standard. At the expense that respondents as public officers are mandated to observe, with ultimate goal of having the petitioner are mandated to observe with the ultimate goal of having the petitioner, BP, perpetually disqualified from running for any national elective office in the future. Napakabigat ng tempo. Political stratagem was done at the expense. Kasi sinabi dito, deliberately circumvented 1-year bar. Give them more time to. Political stratagem was done at the expense of standard, constitutional standard. Ang sabi dito, give more time to file the fourth complaint despite in order to beat May 2000 to beat May 12, 2005 elections. And then sinabi dito, perpetually disqualified from parang ano lang siya, no? Parang related naman. Under the House of Representatives Rules of Procedure in Impeachment Proceeding adopted on May 30. Paiba-iba ba yung rules? Kasi 2023 yung ano nila, but din nila sinight yung mga unpublished on June tanongin natin, nag-iiba-iba ba yung mga nag-iiba ba ang rules per year based dito in English. You are asking a very important question governing impeachment in the Philippines. Based on the text you provided, it appears that the House of Representatives did adopt new rules procedure impeachment proceeding in 2023. This clearly indicates that the new rules were adopted, or baka at that time lang siguro nagbago yung rules. This implies that the previous rules were in place before this date. So to answer your question directly, yes, it appears that the rules for impeachment proceeding in the House of Representatives can change over time. Hindi naman yan yung tanong ko. Ang tanong ko is per year. Pero baka the text suggests that the House adopted new rules in 2023. Pero May 30, 2023, ibig sabihin early of May 2023, start pa lang ng year, planado na may ano sila na impeachment kasi parang lumabas na ni-update nila. Or in other words, ni-update nila kasi planado na ang impeachment. To improve clarity. So the fact na ni-improve nila 2023 pa lang, then 2024 din ngayon. Plan na or hindi ko alam. That's my to address the gaps or issues experienced with the previous impeachment. A verified complaint for impeachment filed by any member of the House of Representatives. Verified complaint for impeachment ng kahit na sinong member ng House of Representatives. A verified file by any citizens upon a resolution of endorsement by any member of the House of Representatives. Kung mapapansin, one single statement lang tong A and B. Gamit siya ng semicolon and then a verified complaint filed by the citizens. Galing ng mga authors nito, no? Single statement and then dito na siya mag-or. So parang hindi mangyari yung letter B kung hindi nangyari yung A. Kasi one statement eh. Or a verified complaint or resolution of impeachment filed by at least 1/3 of all the members of the House. The first two modes in the procedure, ganda siguro to ay maliit. The first two modes involve procedures that takes time before the impeachment complaint can be referred to the Senate for trial. Kasi mag-gather pa sila ng diba? Mga evidences. While the third mode, which is how the fourth impeachment complaint was made possible by the respondents, could be endorsed to the Senate in as quick as in a day. Quick, di ba? Yun yung kanina, yung sa circumvent. Saan ba yung nabasa na quick? Sa grave of, ba yun? Hindi ko na mahanap, basta may nabasa ko kanina about sa nagmamadali. Nagmamadali. Nawala. As quick as in a day, since the same shall constitute the articles of impeachment which shall be endorsed to the Senate pursuant to Section 14, Rule number 4 of the House Rules on Impeachment, which provides, ito yung Section 14, endorsement of the complaint resolution to the Senate. A verified complaint resolution of impeachment filed by at least 1/3 of all members of the House shall constitute the articles of impeachment, and in this case, verified complaint resolution shall be. Ito yung ginamit. Note that the House rules on impeachment were promulgated pursuant in Section 3, Article 11 of the 1987 Constitution, which provides that the Congress shall promulgate its rules on impeachment to effectively carry out the purpose of the section. Shall promulgate its rule. Ano bang promulgate? To effectively number 1. Saan ba yan na-refer number 1? Dapat dito lang yan, number 1. Hindi ko mahanap ang number 1. Saan ba nakalagay yan? May 1 ba dito? Ito. Nahanap ko rin ang 1. Under the House Representative Rules of Impeachment. House Rules on Impeachment. Impeachment proceeding can be initiated. So, itong number 1, nakasite siya dito sa Constitution. Note that the House Rules on Impeachment were promulgated pursuant to Section 3, Article 11 of the 1987 Constitution, which provides that The Congress shall promulgate its rules on impeachment to effectively carry out the purpose of this section. Promulgate, mag-define sila ng kanilang rules. So, meron silang karapatan mag-define, pero meron na pala silang intensyon na gawin yun as far as May 30. Okay, maraming kailangan basahin at matutunan. So, yan lang muna.